Talking Sports. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gets set, first down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. At the 45 on his way. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well. They're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Now the pitch. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
This one's complete, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Got 3 on on 2nd and 7. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Orji. Pressure coming. He finds his man. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got his man all by himself. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Looking for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and...
Looking for a deep man. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He wants to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Running the red zone, it's Miller. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Buys a little extra time. The throw. Touchdown, Alabama! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate.
He unleashes a long one. Holds it in on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He'll take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Ball is loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
And the Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Dropping back, it's Orchie. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Morgan. Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here, too.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Now improvising. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The official says no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score,
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play. Momentum shift for the defense.
Alabama pushing the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finds his back in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. The DBs will back off a bit. He'll come out throwing on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Starting to feel a little pressure. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. Grab near the sticks, it's Williams. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
And they swarm him under.
That's an outstanding effort by the defense. Backs against the wall. How about the play inside on that defensive line, just tunneling down low. They're able to get the stop, and now they set up 4th and 1 on the goal line.
He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They run the reverse. Finds room at the 10. Afterburner's coming. Past the 50. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on 1 carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that 2nd level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field.
Makes the grab on the right. Open runway ahead. Inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Quarterback now breaking the field. Touchdown time! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to add another. He's looking the fake, and he wants to throw. Intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, it's a huge play on the jet sweep, getting that 1st down. Defensively, I think everybody had their eyes in the backfield. They were not expecting that guy to get the football that quickly and be on the perimeter of the field.
And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 20.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Turns it on in midfield. And he's running in the open. The 20. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Number 7.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense.
I know.
They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Forced out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down.
And now such a tough situation late in this game.
Was it none of them really open though?
Fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This
Whole
makes it
game,
even
nobody
more
was really
difficult.
open.
You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Dances away from the heat. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Still on his feet at the 45. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
The give as they work on that clock. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. It's a reverse. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. It's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Looking to scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. On 3rd down, going up top. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meet Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mech.
Looking deep. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback. Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On the run, fires downfield. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Someone not clear on the snap count, it'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.